y'all, welcome back to Daydream Manor Flower Farm. If you're new here, my name is Dawn. I live in South Louisiana, flower farmer over the age of 50, and I work full-time off farm. Well, hey y'all, welcome into the kitchen again because it sucks outside again today. I mean, this rain has just been crazy over the past couple of weeks, and the humidity is like off the chart, so it just is all sucky. And of course, now we have a breeding ground again for mosquitoes. So it's not really a lot of fun out there right now. I went out for a little while this morning. I needed to water the high tunnel and all that, and it was just miserable. So, y'all, this is what happens in July and August in South Louisiana. So if you're planning a vacation, this is not the place you want to come now. All right. Anyway, this video I want to talk about I just want to be a little bit encouraging. I also want to be really very real with new farmers and maybe also help some new farmers out there who may not be getting the answers they want when they ask questions on social media and why. So I'm just going to jump into it. So first of all, y'all, I know flower farming is a challenge, especially being over the age of 50. Y'all know we experience everything. Y'all, I tweaked my knee the other day. Oh my God, I don't know what that was about. It's better now, but I was walking. I didn't twist it, nothing. It just pain just shot through it. So I put one of those black bands around it. Somebody told me to try that. I wore that for a day or so and it was better. So yeah, that's new. Anyway. And look, okay, here's the other thing. So I wear glasses. I'll wear contacts sometimes, but they're just a hassle. Y'all, the humidity was so bad this morning when I was outside trying to water. My glasses kept slipping off. I mean, all the things right now. Anyway, if you were somewhere where it is hot and muggy and that, y'all hang in there. July and August in the South, southern parts of the United States suck. But we know this. We do this every year. We got this. Hang in. Fall's coming eventually. If you're just starting your season because you live up further north, I love seeing your flowers. Y'all, it's so nice to see those after, we've gone through our season and everything looks right now. So I love seeing those flowers. It's absolutely gorgeous. But y'all, we can do hard things, right? And we're going to get through this. All right, here's the other piece I want to talk about because this I don't even know why I'm doing this video, but I just felt like I needed to. So the other evening I was on social media and I'm scrolling and I come across this post and this lady posted, she looked like maybe she was her second year flower farming and she was just frustrated. Probably some other things she was frustrated about, but specifically she mentioned, she'd asked about how much to price the bouquet at, and people had kind of been for the most part, people have been a little snarky answering her. She asked how many flowers she needed to plant in order to get bouquets, and she said she wasn't happy with the answers she got, and all I kept thinking when I was reading it is like, bae, you're not gonna get those answers. I mean, I want, it's such a hard thing because I think people are generally nice. That's what I want to say. But sometimes people get frustrated by having the same questions asked. It is one of the reasons why I'm not real active in any of those groups. Because I do get tired of seeing it too. Especially when I just want to say, did you scroll 2-3 more posts because somebody else just asked that and that somebody else just answered that? It's like, have you not tried to scroll? Have you not searched? Instead, you get frustrated because people are frustrated because you're the 100th person in 2 days' time that's asked the same question. And so I get it from both sides. I do. Here's what I'm going to tell you. If you are new to flower farming, the best thing you can do is go do. And I don't mean that to sound harsh. From my off-farm job, I am in learning and training and in adult learning. And adult learning, all of the studies show, adult learning is applied learning. Adults need to go do in order to learn. So I want you to go do. I can't tell you how many flowers you need to grow in order to get X amount of bouquets, because there are too many variables in there. I don't know if you're going to water regularly. I don't know if you're fertilizing. I don't even know if you have pests. I don't know any of those things. Can I tell you that I can get about 5 good cuts off of a zinnia? Yeah. On average. The plant right next to it, the flower right next to it, I might get 2. That is why you will see people who overplant, because it's just variables. There are so many things that could happen that you just don't know. You've got to go grow to know. And what you do this year may not yield you the same thing you'll get next year. Think about those things. Think about that before you ask, but I want to know if I need to. I don't know. Go grow. Go grow. Can you figure out about how many flowers you should start with? Yeah. Google is a huge search engine. You can ask off of 1 zinnia seed, how many blooms can you get? Off of 1 gomphrena, how many blooms can you get? Most of the seed companies have that on their website as well. So when you ask those things in social media groups, people do get frustrated because it's been asked and answered a dozen times. No, more than a dozen times. And so before you get frustrated, you need to think about the people on the other end as well. First thing. Second, how much can you price your bouquet for? Okay, I did a video on this. I actually mentioned it in, I think it was How to Start a Flower Farm, where you can go find out what the median income in your community is. You need to know that. You may live in an affluent neighborhood, area, community, whatever, where paying $50 for 20 stems is a drop in the bucket. You may live in a rural area where paying $10 for 20 stems is going to be a struggle. You need to go find that out before you grow your flowers, because you need to understand what your market is. Is there a demand, and what is the price point? Now look, are there some documents out there that can help you start what your pricing is? Absolutely. When I first started, people pointed me towards the Boston Terminal worksheet. I went and looked at it. It gave me an idea of how much flowers were going to be nationwide, so I had at least a starting spot. But I will tell you, I talked to 2 florists here in my area. They had no clue what that paper was. They did not even know what that, they had never even heard of the Boston Terminal. So there was that. But that gave me a good point of what I would offer something at a wholesale rate. And then you got to go determine what's your retail rate from there. Are you doubling that? Are you doing it a time and a half? Are you tripling that? Again, goes back to what your market will hold. So you got to go do some homework. Asking in Facebook groups is going to yield exactly what you asked. That's the reality of it. It is. And I know it is so frustrating because you just want an answer because you're in the throes of it and you feel like there's so much pressure and there's this timeline, all of the things. I get it. Oh, I so get it. But you got to go do. A lot of us, look, I am still learning. A lot of us are still learning. Every season I learn something new. Every season. And so it is hard. It is hard. I would never call myself an expert because I'm always learning. Did that sound like I was on my soapbox? I don't mean to be, but I want people to be successful in this. And I think people get real frustrated when they ask and they don't get the answers they want. And then that kind of becomes this whole downward spiral. And a lot of people stop growing because they can't figure it out. I want people to be successful in general in life. But you got to know where to ask the questions. You got to know how to research. You've got to know all of these things. And now I will tell you what else I've noticed. I just noticed this in a group I'm in. Well, I've searched this group, but I didn't find this particular answer. Really? Because I just searched the group for what you just asked and 27 posts came up. Like, that doesn't make it any better. So don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be that person. And here's the other person not to be. If you are a new flower farmer, don't be that jerkwad at the farmer's market where there's a flower farmer who's been selling nice size bouquets for $25 and you come in with $10 bouquets. Don't be that person. Go do your homework. Again, you got to go out and do your homework. That's what I'm trying to say, because this woman, and I mean, I read her post a couple of times and I was like, she's about to get even more snark from this comment, because essentially she was biting the hands that feeds her, because she wanted something from them when she didn't get it. Now she's got an attitude. So, y'all, social media is all right. It's great entertainment. But I mean, I have enough to do. I don't get to do, I try to go through social media as much as I can just to stay on top of things. But working my own social media stuff is also a job. And so I like to, talk back and forth in the comments to the people who take the time to post on my Facebook, my Instagram, my YouTube. I want to do that, not so much get caught up in all of the other commotion that goes on in the groups. But y'all, it's a ride. Anyway, if you're a new grower, y'all just hang in there. Just hang in there. Some things come easier now for me, absolutely. Some things I don't even think about, I just do. Some things I'm still on the struggle bus with. Y'all, I shouldn't have planted my dahlias out in March. I should have waited. But oh well, next year I know better. And I have a book that tells me when to do it, and I still did it at the wrong time. So there's that. But be nice. Be nice to folks, and let's try to encourage each other, because there is nothing like hitting that wall and just wanting to stop. I will tell you, a few weeks ago, I hit the wall. My off-farm job was at a peak. Mr. Daydream had jobs happening. The farm needed tending to, everything at one time, and I felt like I was just swimming upstream. And I feel like I have a lot of I am high energy, and I have a high capacity for work, but it's kicking my butt. And I had to take a moment, and I just kind of shut down one evening, and I didn't do anything, and I just took a couple hours for me. There might have been an adult beverage included. And it was the best thing I could have done for me, because after that, I took a nice hot bath. I slept incredibly well, and I got up feeling amazing the next morning. But I knew I had to shut it down because I had hit the wall. And there was no going over it, through it, around it, under it. I just hit the wall. So I know that we all get there, and y'all know I talk about two things that are important to me here on my channel. One is financial literacy, and the other one is mental health. Take care of your mental health, and let's lift each other up. That's where it is, y'all. We got to lift each other up. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. I hope if you are in the throes of your blooms, that they are big and gorgeous and colorful. If you are hitting the wall, take a breath, do something, reset, and y'all, fall is coming. Oh God, I hope so. Soon.